ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायण स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतमृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीमष्टादशाध्यायिनी आम त्वामनुसन्धामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी नमो अस्तु ते व्यास विशाल बुद्धे फुल अरविंद आयत पत्र नेत्र येन तव्या भारत तैलपूर्णः प्रज्वलितो ज्ञानमया प्रदीपः प्रपन्न पारिजाताय तोत्र वेत्र एकपानये ज्ञान मुद्राय कृष्णाय गीता अमृत दुहे नमः सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपाल नंदना पार्थो वत्सा सुधीर भोगता दुग्धम गीता अमृतम महत् वसुदेव सुतम देवम कंस चानूरमर्दनम देवकी परमानंदम कृष्णम वंदे जगद्गुरुम भीष्म द्रोण तटा जयद्रथजला गांधार नीलोत्पला शल्ये ग्राहवती कृपेन वहने कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थाम विकर्ण घोरमकरा दुर्योधन अवर्तने सोतीर्णा खलु पांडवै रन्नदी कवर्तका केशवा पाराशरे वत्सरो जमलम गीता अर्थगंधोटकम नानाख्यानक केसरम हरिकथा संबोधन अबोधितम लोके सज्जन षटपदय रह पेपिये मानम मुदा भूयाद भारत पंकजम कलिमल प्रध्वंसी न श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुम लंघ्यते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानंद माधवम् यम ब्रह्म वरुण इंद्र रुद्र मरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्ये स्तवे वेदे सांगपद क्रमोपनिषदे गायन्ति यम सामगा ज्ञानवस्थे तद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यम योगिनो यस्यन्तं न विदुसुर असुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः. Started chapter number 11 last week. Virat Roop Darshan, that's the name of the chapter. And we saw that Arjuna, the disciple, he is showing his deep interest to see God, because in last chapter, Lord Krishna said, I'm everywhere. So Arjuna says, you are saying you are everywhere, but I don't see you. So Lord Krishna says, with these material eyes of yours, you cannot see. I will give you divine eyes. Okay, divine eyes means the grace or the kripa. Okay, it's not like a new set of eyes. It's a kripa of a guru, kripa of God. So now we see that Sanjay, who's narrating the whole scene to that blind king, sitting far away, he can see also, he can hear also. So he is narrating it to king. What does he say? That's where we ended the class. He said, having thus spoken, O king, the great lord of yoga, Hari, showed to Partha his supreme form as the Lord of the universe. So that's where we ended the class. So now, if you don't have any question, we can see what is Sanjay saying. What is he saying? What Arjuna is saying. So he is saying exactly what Arjuna is saying. We'll see that Arjun's description of the universal form is the same as Sanjay's description. So Sanjay says, अनेक वक्त्र नयनम अनेक अद्भुत दर्शनम अनेक दिव्य आभरणम दिव्य अनेक उद्यत आयुध्यम. Anek means numerous, like many, unlimited. Vaktra means mouths and nayanam means eyes. So that means with numerous mouths and eyes. Anek adbhut darshanam, with numerous wonderful sights. Adbhut means wonderful. So many sights. Anek divya abharnam, with numerous divine ornaments. Abharna means ornaments. Divya means divine. Divya anek udhyat ayudhyam. with numerous divine weapons uplifted. Udhyat. Udhyat means uplifted. See, right now Arjun had his weapon down. So these are the great personalities. They have their weapons uplifted. So with the numerous mouths and eyes, with the numerous wonderful sights, with the numerous divine ornaments, with the numerous divine weapons uplifted. So such a form he saw. That's what Sanjay is saying. Then continuation of this, Divye Malye Ambar Dharma, Divye Gandh Anulepanam, Sarv Ascharyam Mayam, Devam Ananta Vishwata Mukham, Divye Malye Ambar Dharma. Wearing divine garlands, see Malye, there's a Hindi word Mala. So in Sanskrit it's called Malye, garland. So wearing divine garlands and clothes. Okay, Ambar. Divya Gandh Anulepanam, anointed with the divine perfumes. Divya Gandh. It's smelling good too. Sarav Ascharyam, Ascharyamayam, of all wonderful. Devam, divine. Anantam Vishvata Mukham, with faces on all sides. And Anantam means boundless. Like there's no boundary to it. It's infinite. That's what he's saying. Wearing divine garlands and clothes, anointed with divine perfumes, the all wonderful, divine, boundless, with faces on all sides. So this is the form he saw. So it's like a seeing everywhere, eyes everywhere, mouths everywhere. It's so divine. It's beautiful. Okay. So we got to just remember these verses, they contain Sanjay's words. These are not Arjun's words. These are Sanjay's words. They are representing the rough outline of the universal form of the Lord, which Arjun is saying. Okay. See, the total cosmos is very hard to describe in words. This is like a subject matter which is unconceivable for the mind. So that's why you see these words again and again. Sometimes he repeats it, and sometimes he just uses that word, anek, adbhut, wonderful. Okay, so intellect cannot comprehend, the words cannot describe. So continuing his language of this wonderment, he goes on. Divi surye sahasrasya bhavet yugpat uthita yadi bha sadrishi sa syat bhasa tasya mahatmana. Divi, in the sky. Surya sahasrasya, of 1,000 suns. Sahasra means 1,000. Surya is the sun, so 1,000 suns. Bhavet, var, yugpat. Yugpat means simultaneously, like at the same time, all at once. Uthitam, arisen. Yadi means if, bha means splendor, the shine, the radiance. Bha. Sadrishi, like. Sa means that. Syat would be. Bhasaha, that also means splendor. Tasya, of that. Mahatmana, great soul. If the splendor of 1,000 suns was to blaze all at once. So 1,000 suns, I mean, we see one sun when it's shining, we cannot look at it. So that's what Sanjay is saying. It's like 1,000 suns at the same time risen in the sky. That would be like the splendor of that mighty being, that great soul. So this is what Arjuna is saying. Okay. So it's like a cosmic form. And You know, if you have read about or seen Lord Krishna's life story, this is not the first time he showed his cosmic form. He has shown his cosmic form as a baby to his mother also. He showed his cosmic form to Duryodhan when Duryodhan wanted to capture him, right before the war also. And the other couple of times also, he showed his cosmic form. So this is not the only time. But so radiant, so big, so magnificent, which cannot be even described. So Sanjay adds more detail to what he is saying. Tatra ekstam jagat kritsnam pravibhagitam anekda apashyat dev devasya sharire panduvah tada. Tatra means there. Ek stham, resting in one. Jagat, the universe. Kritsnam, whole. WHOLE, whole. Pravibhagtam, divided. Anekda, in many groups. Apashyat, saw. Dev, devasya, of the god of the gods. Sharire, in the body. Pandavaha, son of Pandu. That is Arjuna. Tada means then. So there in the body of the god of gods, the son of Pandu then saw the whole universe resting in one with all its infinite parts. Okay, last time I told you, first he described the parts where I am in all these different things. Now in one, everything. Okay, so many in one. So it's like when Arjuna gained his knowledge through the grace of Lord Krishna, he comes to recognize the whole universe in this way. The whole universe in the body of Lord Krishna. The totality in that one. And now Arjun's psychological and physical reaction to it. That's what Sanjay is describing. So it's not Sanjay is seeing what Arjun is seeing. Sanjay can peep into Arjun's mind also. What is happening to Arjun after seeing it? See, look at the greatness of the grace which Sanjay got from his guru. Because how come Sanjay can see it? If you know the story, Rishi Vyasa, who is the author of all this, avatar of God also, he wanted to bless his son Dhritarashtra. Sitting in the palace, you can see everything. But Dhritarashtra, he just could not bring that kind of a courage to see what is happening. Because inside him, he knew it was his fault. As a king or as a grand uncle, he was supposed to give Pandavas their share, but he did not. Okay, so he just could not bring himself to see all this. So that's when Rishi Vyasa said, okay, all right, Sanjay will have this power to see and narrate it to you. You should know exactly what's happening there. Okay, so Sanjay had that grace, that kripa from the Guru, so that he can see also, hear also. So even in the mind of Arjun, he could see. So this is what's happening in Arjun's mind. Tata sa visme avishtaha harishta roma dhananjaya pranamye shirsa devam kritanjali abhashat. Tata means then, sa means he, visme avishtaha, filled with wonder. Harishta romaha, with hair standing on end, like goosebumps. Okay, Harishta Roma. Dhananjay, that's Arjuna. Pranamya, having prostrated. Parnamu. Shirsa, with his head. See, sometimes we just do the pranam just with our hand also. But then when we have a little bit more reverence, we just bend our head down to. Then more reverence, we just do the long prostration. The whole body is down. Devam, the god, Kritanjali with the joined palms. Abhashata spoke. See, this is Kritanjali when we put our hands together. So physically he saw that. Internally, what is happening, he's going to explain further also. But in this also we can see that Dhananjay, filled with wonder, with his hair standing on end, bowed down his head to the god and spoke with joined palms. Okay, so the inner wonder emotions in Arjun's mind is very evident to Sanjay. So here standing on end, what does that mean actually? What do our scriptures talk about? Some of you are familiar with, the people who have studied some Bhakti sutras with me, or maybe on your own. Bhakti, the devotion, when the bhakti reaches that level, which is called a bhav bhakti, when the emotions which we use for the world, they have been turned towards God, that's called a bhav bhakti. There are 8 such symptoms for bhav bhakti. It's called asht satvik bhav, according to the devotional scriptures from India. And what are those 8 different bhavs? First one is becoming stupefied. That means you can't even move your body. Called a stump. You become a statue. You want to move, you cannot move. Because of that great emotion, love for God in you. The second is called sweating. You start feeling the sweat in your body. It's not that the temperature has changed. It's not that you have become sick. No, you're sweating out of that love for God. The third is called this goosebumps. Hair standing on end. Fourth one is called choking of the voice. You want to talk about something, but you cannot. The love for that. And that happens in ordinary love also sometimes. You want to say the words, you cannot. But this is even a higher level than that. Then body starts to tremble. Then your whole complexion becomes ashen. Then you start shedding tears. Don't have any control over the tears. So that's it. Bhakti bhav. And the last one is you just faint. No control over your body. You just fall down. So these are the good signs. That means that your love for God is rising.
Hersh, can you please repeat number 6?
Ashen complexion. Sorry. Ashen complexion. So that means that there's no color in the body.
Hersh, ये तो 7
सात हुए. Let me say that again. Becoming stupefied. Okay. Sweating. Goosebumps. Choking voice. Trembling. Ashen complexion. Shedding tears. And fainting. I think there are 8. Right? So any one of them.
मिस हो गया था trembling.
Trembling. Yeah, body starts to tremble. And that trembling is because there is that energy which we call pran shakti. It's just moving up. When that moves up, the body will tremble. And even if you want to control it, so knowing this helps us that there's nothing wrong with us. Don't be fearful. Yesterday, somebody in the class was saying that I don't like it when I cry. But when she understood that these tears are the good tears, you are not crying for worldly pleasure, you're crying for God. And you don't have any control over the tears. These are the tears we should long for. For countless lifetimes, we've been crying for the world. We should shed tears for God. So that's why these are called Asht Satvik Bhav of a Bhagat. So that's why Sanjay is seeing one of that Bhav in Arjun. Okay. I think Manju has a question. Yes, Manju.
Yeah.
Hindi names for these 8 conditions.
हिंदी में नेम है सतंभ,
Right.
स्वेद, रोमांच, स्वर भेद.
Swar.
Swar bhed means you cannot speak,
Right. Okay.
right? Veputha,
I'm sorry.
Veputha,
How do you
Veputha, Veputha, Veputha.
B-U.
V
V
as in
V Buddha.
Yeah, Veputha, P,
Okay.
Veputha, P.
Okay.
And Varnam,
Okay.
Ashru Pralyaha.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. 1, 2.
So these are the symptoms he is seeing.
ये 7
One of the symptom he is seeing.
Fainting को क्या बोलेंगे? Fainting. Last one.
Oh, the fainting.
Murchit.
Anybody knows?
Murchit होना.
Yeah, murchit. You can call it a murchit. Yeah.
How about sweating?
Murcha.
Murcha. Yeah. That's a proper word. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. See, you guys want to learn Sanskrit also. That's really good. Kim is smiling. Kim, you understood it all, right? That's why I gave the English terms also. But then the Sanskrit, it's good to know Sanskrit too. You're right. All right. So now Arjun, the scene goes to Arjun. But still remember Sanjay is explaining. Okay. Pashyami devan tav dev dehe sarvan tatha bhut vishesh sanghan brahmanam darsh isham kamal asan sam rishin cha sarvan urgan cha divyan. Pashyami, I see. Arjun is saying, I see. Devan, the gods. Tav means your. Dev means, oh God, dehe, in the body. So in your body, oh God, I'm seeing the Devatas. Sarvan all, tatha means also, Bhut Vishesh Sangan, hosts of various classes of beings. Okay. And various classes, Arjun was familiar with all the classes, all the species. So maybe that's why he's saying various classes. Okay, various different species. Brahmanam, that means Brahma. So Brahmanam. Brahma. Isham, the Lord. Kamal Asan Stham, seated on a lotus. See, Brahma is always seen seated on a big lotus flower. Okay. So he says, I'm seeing Brahma inside you, seated on a lotus flower. Rishin, the sages. Cha means and, Sarvan all, Urgan, serpents. So it's not only the Devatas and the different species of human beings I'm seeing, I see the serpents also. Cha means and, Sthita, Divyan means divine. So he's calling those serpents also as divine. When we see Lord Vishnu seated on a snake, that's a Divya serpent, right? Sheshnag. When we see the serpent and the ring finger of Shivji, that's a Divya. Or in the neck also. So he says, I see them all. I see all the gods, oh God, in your body, and also hosts of various classes of beings. Brahma, the Lord of creation, seated on a lotus. All the rishis and celestial serpents also. So it's not only the things of the world, he is seeing the divinity, the divine beings in there also. Okay. So Brahma, normally we recognize Brahma seated in the heaven. And we think that serpents are in the holes of the earth. So Arjun says, I see all of that. So it's like a very gripping detail Arjun is giving to us. So then he says, Anek bahu udar vaktra netram pashyami tvam sarvata ananta rupam na antam madhyam na punatav adim pashyami vishveshwar vishwarupam Anek bahu udar vaktra netram. This is similar to what Sanjay was saying earlier. Anek means numerous, manifold. Bahu means arms. Udar means stomach. Vaktar means mouth. Netra means eyes. So with the manifold arms, stomachs, mouths and eyes. Pashyami, I see. Tvam, you. Sarvata, on every side. Ananta Rupam, boundless forms. Na antam, no end. Madhyam is the middle. Na punha, not again. Tav means yours. Adim, origin. Pashyami, I see. Vishveshwar, Lord of the universe. Vishwa ka Ishwar. Vishveshwar. Vishwa Roop, O cosmic form. So Arjun said, I see you of boundless form on every side. With manifold arms, stomachs, mouths, and eyes. Neither your end, nor the middle, nor also the beginning do I see. O Lord of the universe, O cosmic form. See, the universal oneness or something like this is not an object of perception. It's not a physical thing which he is seeing. It is only a fact to be realized and apprehended. Okay. So that's why, see, something physical will see the end and the beginning. But when he says, neither your end nor the middle nor also the beginning do I see, is so big. Okay, it's not a physical thing. So now he says, what else I see? It just keeps on going. See, in this chapter, Arjun is speaking quite a bit. No other chapter he has spoken so much. Okay, so many verses. The first chapter, sure, but now after that, this is the chapter. Kiritinam gadinam chakrinam cha tejo rashim sarvata deeptimantam pashyami tvam dur niriksham samantat deept anal ark dhyutam aprameyam. Kiritinam, with crown. Gadinam, with gada, club. Chakrinam, with the discus, chakra. Cha means and, tejo rashim, a mass of radiance. Sarvata, everywhere. Deeptimantam, shining. Pashyami, I see. Tvam means you. Dur nirikshyam, very hard to look at. Something which is so shiny. How can we look at? So he says, very hard to look at. Samantat, all around. Deept, anal, ark, dyutim. Blazing like burning fire and sun. Anal means fire. Ark means sun. Deept, anal, ark, dyutim. Blazing like burning fire and sun. Aprameyam, incomprehensible. So he adds more to the description. He says, I see you with the crown, club, and discus. A mass of radiance shining everywhere, very hard to look at, all around, blazing like burning fire and sun, and incomprehensible. So continuing his description of the cosmic form, so Arjuna is giving more details. What he is comprehending in that incomprehensible divine form. See, this normally when we see the form of Vishnu, see, first he talked about the form of Brahma. He says, I see in you. Now this is the form of a Vishnu. Form of the Vishnu has 4 hands. In one hand, there's a lotus. In the other hand, there's a conch. Then there is a club and there's a discus. These are the 4 hands of Vishnu. And it's extremely symbolical. Extremely symbolical. The lotus represented, even though he doesn't mention lotus as the conch, but when he said the club and the discus and the crown also, we see that there's a form of Vishnu. The lotus represents peace and joy, auspiciousness and happiness. That is the goal of our life. And God says, I am showing it to you that this is your goal. Peace and joy, auspiciousness and happiness. Everybody's goal is that. Doesn't matter whether we believe in a form of Vishnu or not. Conch. What does that conch means? Why does he have to blow the conch? The conch blows and calls man to duty. And God is telling us, listen to the higher call in yourself. Get out of this restlessness, this chaotic social and communal disturbances. Get out of it. You see, calling for the higher mission, conch. Get rid of the lower callings. Then the club. Club represents, he says, if you don't listen to that calling, I will discipline you. I will shape you. There will be some consequences of your actions so that you get improved. And if you don't, the discus. Discus is a sharp toothed wheel ever revolving, which is also called a Kala Chakra, the whirling of time for inhalation. Okay, so these are like 4 symbolic messages in the hands of Lord Vishnu. But Arjuna over here, he says, as a mass of radiance, shining everywhere, very hard to look at, all around blazing like burning fire and sun, I see. And this light is not just a physical light. This radiance is not an ordinary radiance. So he's not in the physical sense he's talking about. See, consciousness is also the light. The Atma is also light. And then so is this radiance which he sees. Then, Promeyam, the last word he used, incomprehensible.
Harshji,
Yes.
what was the 4th one, please?
A lotus, conch, club, and discus.
Discuss what?
Discus is the chakra. Sudarshan chakra, don't we see in Lord Krishna's hands?
Yes.
Yeah, that is in the Vishnu's hand. 4th one is the discus, the chakra.
Check. Thank you.
Yeah, it's called a Sudarshan chakra also. It's called a discus also. It's called a disc also. Okay. Yes, Ken.
You said that the discus is also called the wheel of time.
Yeah.
Is that like samsara? Is he saying if you don't improve, then you'll be like transmigrating again and
Yes,
experiencing samsara?
exactly. You'll just keep coming back here again and again until you improve. Okay. So incomprehensible, aprameyam. So the form which Arjun is seeing, he's not only seeing with his eyes, it's more like he's experiencing, he's feeling it. And he seems to be not satisfied by the objective description which he is giving it to us. Because he's talking that numerous this, numerous that, Brahma there, Devtas there, serpents there, Vishnu there. But still he says that's not enough. I could not describe it all. Because this is just an objective description. See, language can speak only so much. Don't we ordinarily say that if somebody has done a lot for us, we say that I don't have enough words to describe it. I'm so thankful to you. Or I cannot say thanks enough to you. Or when we love somebody immensely, we cannot describe it in words. So that's why Arjun is over here also. He's saying it's incomprehensible. Okay, it's beyond words, beyond description. You know why? Because truth is the subject, not the object. Not the object. See, object you can describe. How can we describe a subject? Because the words or the mind, the feelings or the intellect, they are all part of the object. That's objective. Object cannot describe the subject. Or in other words, I can say that Prakriti cannot describe the Purush. Prakriti is limited no matter how big it is. Purush is the Atma and the Purushottam is the Paramatma. Cannot describe it. So self or the soul or the truth or the God is the all-time knower. Okay, this limited knowledge, limited equipment cannot understand that knower, cannot explain that. Okay, so that's why he says it's incomprehensible. But then how do we know it? How do we really do? We got to do the sadhana, get rid of the flaws, and surrender at the same time. Surrender alone will not do it. We got to have all these elements in our personality. We got to get rid of the negative, pour the positive, show the surrender also, and the burning desire to become one also. All of it. Okay, and that's what Lord Krishna saw in Arjuna. Tvam aksharam paramam veditvam, tvam asya vishwasya param nidhanam, tvam ananya shashvat dharma gopta, sanatan tvam purushaha matame. So now he is trying to give more detail to us. He says, tvam means you, aksharam, imperishable, paramam, the supreme being, veditvam, worthy to be known. Tvam means you, asya of this, vishwasya of universe, param the great, nidhanam, treasure house. See, nidhi is a treasure. Nidhanam is a treasure house, where all the nidhi is. Tvam means you, Avya, imperishable. Shashvat Dharma Gopta, protector of the eternal Dharma. Sanatan, ancient. Tvam means you. Purushaha, that's a soul. Mata, opinion. Me means my. He says you are the imperishable. Imperishable means which will never perish. There is no end to it. The Supreme Being, worthy to be known. That's why this is the goal of our life also. Everybody's life. By knowing everything else, we need to know God. We can know the whole worldly universe if we know, but we don't know God. We haven't known anything. Okay, so ultimately, worthy to be known is God. You are the great treasure house of this universe. We call these gems and the golds and the all kinds of metals and materials like that's a treasure for us. But who created that treasure? Who created this earth? Who created the sun? Who created many galaxies? The solar systems. That's why God is the one who created. So he is the ultimate storehouse of all the treasures. So you are the imperishable protector of the eternal dharma. Eternal dharma is what? Sanatan dharma. This is not for any particular group of people or group of being. It is eternal. It doesn't change with the time. That is Sanatan Dharma, eternal Dharma. And he protects it because it's his Dharma. That's why it's said that guardian of the eternal Dharma and eternal guardian of the Dharma. You'll see both ways it's written in the scriptures. Because he is the creator of it. He is the owner of it. So you are the imperishable, the supreme being, worthy to be known. You are the great treasure house of this universe. You are the imperishable protector of the eternal dharma. In my opinion, it's Arjun's opinion. So he says, in my opinion, you are the ancient Purusha. You are the first one. You are the only one. Everything else just emerged from you. Okay. So power behind the cosmic form. See, he says, I'm seeing the cosmic form, but the power behind is this imperishable supreme truth. Okay. So it's like a substratum of this form also. Substratum of everything. So, and universe, when he talked about the Vishwasya, universe is not merely the universe of physical things. It's a sum total of all the experiences of everyone, which we gain through the individual instruments of perceptions, feeling, understanding. And then it's a collective also. It's an individual as well as collective. Where is it coming from? From him alone. Okay. So the Supreme alone is its guardian. Okay. Whenever he sees that there's a disturbance, he tries to fix it. And you are the ancient Purush. That's like a spark of life. Purush is the spark of life. So spark of life in everyone. We often talk about the human beings, but even the other beings also. Any being, anywhere, any form, it is him. That's what he says. He says, in my opinion, you are it. Then in the next verse he says, Anadi madhye antam anantaviryam anantam bahum shashi surya netram pashyami tuam deepta hutashvaktram swatejasa vishwam idam tapantam. Anadi madhye antam. without the beginning, middle, or end. Okay. Anant Viryam, infinite in power. Anant Bahum, endless arms. Shashi Surya Netram, the suns and the moons, your eyes. Pashyami, I see. Tvam means you. Deept Hutash Vaktaram, burning fire of your mouth. Swatejasa, with your own radiance. Vishwam, the universe. Idam means this. Tapantam, heating. I see you without beginning, middle, or end. Infinite in power, of infinite arms. The sun and moon being your eyes. The burning fire your mouth. Heating the whole universe with your own radiance. You don't have to take this radiance from somebody else. This is your own. So he is again continuing the description of the infinite as comprehended by his subtle perception and interpreted in his own words with the help of his intellect. So that's why he says that I see you without beginning, middle, and end. Infinite power, infinite arms. Okay. And over here of infinite arms means that the Supreme has the dynamic life. Because whenever we do something, we do it with arms. So he sees the dynamism everywhere. He says, you are the one who's doing it. It's your power. And sun and moon being your eyes, sun and moon together, they represent the source of the entire light energy. That's how we look at it, right? Sun representing the source of all light and moon representing all the reflected and otherwise conditioned light. So he's saying whether it's a source of light or whether it's a conditioned light, it's all you. Sun and moon both. And burning fire, your mouth, it's like a principle behind the speech, principle governing the taste, like a warm food feels better. He says that warmth is also you. So mouth being the seat for both the instruments of speech and taste. So the mouth of the Vishwaroop is explained here as fire. So that is you. And heating the whole universe with your own radiance. So it's like a light of consciousness, not only illumines, but also imparts the warmth of life to the entire universe. It's his own light. Swatejasa, own light. See, most of the time, light has been borrowed from somewhere. Or when the fuel is gone, the light is gone. But Swatejasa, this is your own light. It's never-ending light because it's your own. So again, these are the objective descriptions he's giving for us to understand something subjectively he is experiencing. Okay. So then in the next verse he says, Dhyava prithivya idam antram hi vyaptam tavya ekena disha cha sarva drishtvaha adbhutam rupam ugram tva idam lok trayam pravyathitam mahatmana. Dhyava prithivya. Dhyava is the heaven, Prithvi is the earth. So of heaven and earth, idam means this, antaram, interspace. So like an in between also. He means indeed vyaptam or filled, like a vyapta, okay, filled. Tavya for you, eken alone, disha, the directions of the quarters. Cha means and, sarva means all. Drishtva, having seen, Adbhutam, wonderful, Rupam, form, Ugram, terrible. Tav means your, Idam means this, Lokatrayam, the three worlds, Pravyathitam, or trembling with fear. Mahatman, great soul. So Arjuna is saying this space between the earth and the heavens, and all the quarters is filled by you alone. Having seen this, your wonderful and terrible form, the three worlds are trembling with fear, O great souled being. So he says it's such a marvelous scene, but at the same time it's so big, it's an awful form. That's why worlds are trembling. See, we look at the world through the windows of our mind. As our mind is, so is the world to us. So that means Arjuna was also trembling at this point. Even though he wanted to see this form, but he just could not take it. We'll find out next week. Okay, so but right now, almost sometimes we say the others are trembling, others are afraid, because we are not ready to admit that we are afraid too. So that's what we see over here. He says the world is trembling. So Arjun felt staggered, trembling in himself when he looked at the world in that mental condition. Okay, the whole world was equally wonder-struck and trembling as he himself was. Okay, see, Rishi Vyas is not forgetting the very fundamental behavior of a person. Something which we have never seen before. All of a sudden we see it, even though he wanted to see, but he did not expect that this is what he will see, and he just gets very, very frightened. So the concept of universal oneness cannot be easily grasped. And that's why Arjun just keeps on speaking verse after verse after verse to describe it to us. What did he see? It was not an ordinary sight. Okay, so I mean, just the first word also over here, Vidhyava Prithivya Idam Antram. I mean, normally we see something here and something there, and there is a space in between, but he doesn't see any in between space. He sees that God everywhere, nothing else but God. So I know we started the class a little late today, and sorry about that. Hopefully next week we won't have that problem again. But let's stop it here now, and we'll start with verse number 21. But if anybody has any question, we can.
हर्षी आज सारी जगह जूम की प्रॉब्लम चल रही है, सारी क्लासेस लेट है.
Oh, okay, all right. That is, yeah, I think a lot of people are using this Zoom, so maybe they need to do something about their system. But we are still thankful that we can have the classes, though, right? And we were almost giving up on today's class, but looks like it worked out, and very thankful. And
it was a technical issue, so we should not have it next week.
yeah. That's why we log in little earlier every day, but we couldn't hold our kids' yoga class today. So sorry to disappoint those little ones today, but hopefully we'll do it next week. Yeah.
Arashji,
Yes, Prem.
who was the father of Dhritarashtra?
Who is the father of who?
Dhritarashtra.
Oh, Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra, his biological father was Rishi Vyasa.
Okay.
His father, I mean, the two sons who were supposed to be the father, they died. Okay. Then Satyavati is the name of the mother. Satyavati mothered this Vyasa earlier. And Vyas was in the jungles. And when she saw that there is no heir for this throne, so she called that son of his, Hersh, and she said that you need to do a favor. So that's why Dhritarashtra, Pandu, and Vidur, he was the father to all three of them.
Okay.
So that's how they were brothers.
Okay.
Three different mothers, one father.
One father.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm supposed to make a family tree for them. I think somebody asked. I have a feeling Manju's sister asked for that a couple of weeks ago. So I'll work on it today, and I'll have a simple family tree of the Kauravas and Pandavas, starting from Bharat. So
Thank you.
Bharat, Shantanu, all those great personalities of that land. So where do they really fall?
आपने हमें दिया हुआ है, तो आपके पास होएगा लिखा हुआ.
अच्छा, मैंने दिया हुआ है?
हाँ, बहुत साल पहले.
Oh, okay. So Neeru, if you have it, if you can just locate it, if I have already made it before, so if you have it, take it out. Maybe Urmil has it too. See, Urmil doesn't have it. Okay. So Neeru, if you find it, otherwise I'll make another one.
Try next couple days.
Okay, try it. Otherwise I'll create another one.
Yeah. Thank you.